More new polls keep coming out this week, folks, and so far they have had wonderful news for the Democrats, even though in several of them, Kamala Harris is, of course, still polling slightly behind Donald Trump, but within the margin of error for those polls, so statistical ties. But a very interesting poll has come out that shows that a majority of Americans believe that Donald Trump is just too darn old to be president. Now, before I get into the numbers, let me remind you that Donald Trump's campaign prior to Biden dropping out on Sunday, their whole theme was that President Biden is mentally impaired, President Biden is too old, he doesn't know where he is half the time, he can't be president mostly because of his age. Now that Biden is gone, Trump is the oldest person to ever secure his party's nomination. So suddenly, all those talking points they had about Biden, as I've said this week, have come back to him. So here's what this new poll found. 53% of Americans agreed with the statement that Donald Trump is too old to work in government. 43% disagreed. 56% of those polled agreed with the statement that Kamala Harris, aged 59, is, quote, mentally sharp and able to deal with challenges, while only 22% said the same of President Biden. So, yes, when it was Trump versus Biden, Biden's age and his cognitive impairments were, according to voters, somehow worse than Trump. Now, I disagree with them on that. I think Trump's mental issues are way, way worse than anything with Biden. But Biden doesn't matter now, right? That's gone. Yes, he's going to serve out the remainder of his term, but he's not the candidate. He's not the future. Kamala Harris is. And now a majority of voters are looking at that and they're like, oh, okay, my biggest concern with voting for Democrats was that maybe Biden's not all there. But now that I don't have to worry about that with them, I do have to worry about it with the Republicans. So if I'm worried about whether or not somebody is mentally fit to be president or maybe too old to be president, then I'm not going to vote for Republicans, but I will vote for the party who put up the, nice young 59-year-old. And that's where Trump is right now. We have an electorate that is no longer concerned about the age of the Democratic nominee. They're not concerned about the mental fitness of the Democratic nominee. But they are concerned about both of those things with the Republican nominee, which, of course, is why Donald Trump, in a post on Truth Social earlier this week, referred to himself as a young man. Like, he thinks he can fool voters into thinking that he's not 78 years old by just calling himself a young man. Like, that's how desperate he is. You can't just relabel your own age, you idiot. You can't take back all the stumbles and stutters and the praise of Hannibal Lecter that shows your very clear cognitive decline. The voters are wise to it. And there's no amount of crap that they can say about Kamala Harris that is going to compete with an insane Donald Trump praising Hannibal Lecter, saying that that's a real story. So, good luck with you if that's the route you want to go. The voters aren't buying it, and they are very quickly turning against you. America's Lawyer has launched its own YouTube channel. Now, this channel, of course, is still in its early phases of development, but you can help grow it by subscribing. Just go to youtube.com/TheAmericasLawyer, and you'll get all of the great content from Mike Papantonio and myself that we produce every single week.